drive up in my new Seville. My tribe went down in the Hall of Fame, cause I'm the one who shot Jesse James. Pound for pound, I will never break down. Big bang. No sir, I don't mess around. Oh!
Like Kimosabe, of course it's me, better known as the Master G. I'm fucking in squad, sense the danger, when it's stung by the rapping ranger. Had a little talk with my medicine man, he said get them squads fast as you can. To all you girls that wanna join my tribe, just move to my rhythm and feel my vibe. Put up a fuss, in the end you'll agree when you come inside my TV. As I said before, you can sense the danger when you're stung by the rapping ranger. With Silver and I take a ride, all you chicks better step aside. I stay in the squads, then run away. How Silver is what I'll say. How? Rock it out, a finger popping to the break of dawn. Keep it rocking like the stuff that we call me. Hot butter popcorn. You just hippa hoppa dippa papa bang the book. You will get back to wanna boogie again. You can put me to the test at your request. I'll rock you out of your moccasins. Kimosabe got down, took off his mask. He kicked off the shoes and did the monster mash. Tonto came along, saw what was happening. His head began to bop and his foot started to pat and go slam. Tongue to the jerk, and with the mic is how my smoke signals work. They were jamming off a record that said it best. Now what you hear is not a test. Unga, 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 unga. Unga, unga, unga.
And I don't waste time on the mic with a dope rhyme. Jump to the rhythm, jump, jump to the rhythm, jump. And I'm here to combine beats and lyrics to make you shake your pants, take a chance. Come on and dance, guys. Grab a girl, don't wait, make a twirl. It's your world and I'm just a squirrel. Trying to get a nut to move your butt to the dance floor. So yo, what's up? Hands in the air. Come on, say yeah. Everybody over here, everybody over there. The crowd is live and I'm through this groove. Party people in the house, move. sweat till you bleed. If that open up, indeed, I paid the price to control the dice. I'm more precise. To the point, I'm nice. The music takes control. Your heart and soul unfold. Your body is free and behold. Dance so you can't dance, so you can't dance no more. Get on the floor and get raw. Yeah, come back then upside down, easy now. Let me see you move. Move.
Right now, I just need you to get real loose. Get comfortable. Grab your loved ones, or grab your love partner. And if you're by yourself, no worries. Just follow after me. Gonna do the two-step and cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with it. Do the pull down and get into it. Back to the left now and dip with it. Don't pull down, take a single pull with it. And lean back, put your hips in it. Let's have some fun. To the left now. To the right. Now take your left hand and put it on your side. Don't roll your shoulders. Do the flip and slide. This next part's my favorite part, cause it's time to shine. Gonna do the two-step and cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with 'em. Do the hold down and get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for being here. There's a lot of things going on and y'all here with us. We're very appreciative to celebrate this day about, a celebration of excellence. A young man from our community that, had defied the odds and achieved. And, it just shows the young people that watching or that think they can be something, like this your opportunity to be something, you could be like Malik, And, and a lot of people here, I see y'all, I know y'all supported Malik growing up. And again, man, we're appreciative of y'all being here. And we're going to start it off with a great young man that we all know, LaMarcus Davis. Come on up, brother. Y'all give him a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to thank each and everyone for coming out to this great program. We know we put it together pretty quick at the last minute, but teamwork makes the dream work. That's my slogan now. I'd like to thank his family. I see his father in the audience, his brother, his grandmother. I'd like to thank all y'all, his mother, a newborn kid. At this time, I ask everyone to please bow heads. We're going to do a prayer before we start this program. Oh, Heavenly Father, first of all, I'd like to thank you for this day, Father God. Father God, thank you for landing on our hearts to make this day happen for Malik Hearing, Father God. Father God, thank you for giving him the strength and ability to achieve his lifetime goals, Father. Father, I pray that you continue to build Malik and his family, Father God. Father God, keep all hurt, harm, and danger away from him and his family, Father God. Father God, then for everyone in this room, Father God, I pray that you continue to give them the supporting heart, Father, to get behind all the youth in this community, Father, so they can fulfill their dreams. And then, Father, I'd like to give a special prayer out for my family, Father. Continue to strengthen us, Father. Continue to build us up, Father. For I got young men, Father. Father, I pray that you continue to keep all hurt, harm, and danger away from them, Father. And then when we leave here today, Father, well, we may lead, our vehicles may lead us, Father. I pray that you will get us there safe and sound. These many other blessings, that's your sweet Son, in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Thank you, brother. That was good. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to move on to a couple of officials from the city. We got a couple people here. We got a couple coaches. We have a couple people say a couple things. But first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce the man of the hour. that we all know. I want everybody to stand on their feet. Everybody stand up. We're going to give a great round of applause for Malik Herring.
Benz, what you cooking?
Where you at, Malik? That was I practiced that. Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure you're coming out. You probably had to stretch or something.
I can tell you that I grew up poor, but they neighbors don't want me with the kids. Probably thought that I died in that city where I live on. I made crap for that's tough. Trying to cut key, gotta work now. I know that be up now. Bang bang, full of cash, I'm on next door. They don't like me, but I got in a minute. I was down, ain't had nobody, I did it, that's my beat. I need forgiveness for that, so I did it, thank God.
Gotta hold all the family. All right.
So I was stressing over you while you out with your friends. With my brother in the coupe, go to 5, we shouldn't get in. I came out the same boy, I finished school, but I said that I accept for. I'm getting it in, I ain't quit, cause I'm rockin', I ain't stopping for long tonight. Laying around the crib, baby. Rhythm that I'm feeling, they so got me going off tonight. Shorty know she real bad with it. She gon' ride me around till I tell her first stop at the light. The girl not making friends and she with it. She made a video out with them, I'm loving it.
I could've been tall like Malik. I ain't want to be tall. I just knew how tall I wanted to be. Good to have you, brother. Y'all give it up for Malik and the family one more time. All right, guys. Well, we're going to move into somebody else we all know. We're going to get over here and we're going to start out with one of the great coaches everybody always know, and that really been more like a father figure to a lot of young men growing up, because I know for sure being a kid, I seen some people behave a certain kind of way and they start playing football for Coach Pop and they start moving different because, you know, he's just a great brother. You poured a lot into a lot of people. And y'all give it up for Pop Mays.
I'm gonna be brief. There's a lot I can say about this family, but I want to thank God for his mother and his brother. 20 years ago, they were part of my life. T, I'm gonna call you T, Coach. His mother was working out of town, and she said, they can play, but they don't have no way to practice it. You don't have to worry about that. They in good hands when they with the orders. And I just want to commend her, what she did. She had 2 sons, got the degree, one playing in the FN, got one coaching. That's so beautiful. I just want to say about Malik. When he was 9 years old, we grafted him. No, we didn't have to graft him because his mother was with him. So Malik come to practice first day. He got all these white shoes on. He loved to wear that little black, little black thing. So then I said, man, listen, we don't have no earring. You're gonna have to take that earring out your ear. We don't have no earring when you come in that fence. Y'all know about the fence. So it's been a great privilege to coach him and see him where he was and where he at today. And the beautiful part about it, to see sitting there at University of Georgia, you had Torrey Hanford played at Missouri. You had Malik playing with Georgia, and you sitting up here and had a part of that, and they from Monroe County, little Monroe County, beside Georgia. To be in that atmosphere, 90-something thousand people, you pick these guys up every evening and see where they were. That's mind blowing to see where they come from, where they are today. And we had 2 or 3 things. You come in that fence, in the fence now, you're going to remember the fence. Come in the fence and get on one knee. Don't do right, push up. At last, you're going to the hill. That's what made them. The push up, the discipline. I'm going to say discipline. Discipline. That's all we teach about. Most 90% of our kids go play at middle school and play high school at Mary Percy because we teach discipline. It's all about family. We teach family. Right today, I coached 30 years in this county. Right today, our player called us, my coaching staff. We right there for you. So we talk a lot about life. We talk about education. Winning is good, but you got to start it down here. That's what we got away from. You got your teacher down here, young coach. Education, family, and be there for the family. Don't be out there just to win. Be there for the young man you teach and coach. So I just thank God. I said so much. I just thank God for this time.
Appreciate that, Coach. All right, so guys, next up, we're going to go to another coach that we all know that we love to gather up and clap for on Friday night. We seen him out there screaming, make a headset fall off, kick a water bottle or 2. I've seen him. But, Coach, one thing I will say, man, a lot of these kids been playing football, and they've been good a lot of years, but a lot of these kids been making it to the next level since I seen you get there. Anytime I reached out to you and ever asked you for anything, you always embraced me with open arms, and I appreciate it. Next up, y'all, we got Coach Brian Nelson.
It's hard man to follow right there, Coach Pop. I don't know if I can do that. The one word that resonates with me today and this culmination, not culmination, it's kind of the beginning for Malik, but it is the word proud. And I'm just extremely proud of Malik and his family and his family out here as well. Obviously, Malik was born and God blessed him and gave him a whole lot of ability and talent. But I would be remiss if I didn't really thank from the bottom of my heart Miss Sabrina. She's I've said this forever, she is unbelievable. When Malik was coming up and playing, if there was ever an issue or anything, and not just with Malik, but his whole little crew, I would just call Miss Sabrina. It was usually Roger who I was calling her about, but anyway, I would call Miss Sabrina. She'd be like, Coach, I got it. And there wasn't nothing that, whatever you had to do to Malik, you could do. You had her blessing. She didn't care. She trusted in us taking care of Malik, and you know, and I can remember vividly, like I remember this a lot, like we got beat by Cartersville the last game of Malik's senior year, and Miss Sabrina standing at the end of that track, you know, tears in her eyes, Malik's crying, the kids are crying, I got tears going down, and she was just like, Coach, I appreciate it, and we gave them everything we could. And that was her in a nutshell. She wasn't mad, she wasn't upset, she was just thankful, and that's where she was. So from the bottom of my heart, and she knows this, I hope, I love her to death, and thank you. She's one of the main reasons in my mind that Malik is sitting up here today and we're honoring him. So thank you, Miss Sabrina. The second person I'd like to thank is Tevin. And me and Tevin got a special kind of relationship. He was kind of, when I first got here 17 years ago, T was kind of like, he was the dude, man. And so I've grown up knowing T the whole time, and he is an unbelievable person. Unbelievable. And he's pushed Malik, and he's coached Malik. He's been hard on Malik. He's done everything. He's mentored him. He's probably cussed him out a few times. They've probably gotten some fights, but he has been there every step of Malik's journey, and he is another huge reason why Malik is up here today. So, T, you know I love you, man, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. And lastly, to Malik, you know, he's unbelievable. He's always giving back. Every time he's back home, he's in the weight room. He's sharing his knowledge with kids that are that are coming up in our program, and he is the perfect person, and he models the perfect type of behavior that we would want all our kids to kind of emulate. So he is definitely giving back. You know, there's that old saying, you know, never forget where you came from. He hasn't. He's gave back to several different organizations and charities and always donating his time. And anytime he's back here, he's standing on the sideline on Friday night, he's in the weight room, and he's constantly coaching the kids that are coming up in our program. And to me, more than a Super Bowl, more than anything he's accomplished in his life, that means more to me than anything else. The type of person he is and how willing he is to give back and help Mary Persons, the place where he kind of came from. So I've talked a long time. I could talk for 3 more hours because I love this family and they mean a lot to me, and I hope they understand that. And I'm just very thankful that I could be a small part of this today. So Malik, love you, brother. Miss Sabrina T, you know it. I got y'all, okay? So appreciate y'all. Congratulations. Love you, Malik. Got a little token of appreciation too, man, from the Mary Persons football program. We got this little thing to give Malik. Mary Persons High School class of 2017, Super Bowl 57 champs, Kansas City Chiefs, 2023. That's good, man. Yeah, there you go, man. Kind of hanged up. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Coach. Y'all give it up for Coach Nelson one more time. We're going to get a couple more Maliks out of Mary Person. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, y'all. Next up, we got Miss Monica Curry, which was one of Malik's teachers. I assume she was one of my close people back in the day. I did a lot of stuff she ain't never tell my mama. I'm thankful. Y'all give it up, Miss Monica Curry.
Good morning. Now, I have this 17,000 page, because that's how I could, sum it down to for Malik. Okay, it's not. I didn't tell the truth. Okay, I greet you in the spirit of celebration. I greet you in the spirit of community and in the spirit of togetherness. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Let us not forget. Out of one, many. I am Money Curry, quainter, but not Monica. Okay, but it was on my check one time, and I just took it. I was mad. Now, as it takes a village to give rise to all of us, I stand before you as a part of that village that nurtured Malik. Now, I must confess, I'm not surprised that Malik worked and earned that Super Bowl ring, because that's just Malik, okay? Now, as a kindergarten teacher, I get to witness the essence and pure genius of all my students. There was Malik and there was Squirt. You remember Squirt, Sierra? And now I am honored to say that I was able to witness the essence of Malik's genius abilities as a 5-year-old kindergartner. Malik in kindergarten now was strong-willed, yet he was kind. You see that smile? He was brotherly, always festive. He came in there, looked like every week with a new pair of tennis shoes on. I mean, the dude was there. Yeah, Lenny, you got him. Now, Malik was persistent despite difficulties. He was determined to reach his goals, not a goal, but goals. My job as a kindergarten teacher has always been to nourish the attributes and help build enough confidence that those attributes will be lifelong. The truest nature of a teacher is that they are with you, even though they're not in your physical presence. And we want to spread that throughout the community. Togetherness, being with them. We are with you even when we are not in your immediate presence. Malik, now, wherever life moves you, you're never, ever alone. You have the entire community praying for your strength, your wellness, your wisdom, your joy, your family, and your continued success. That baby cried because you already in here. It warms my heart to celebrate your accomplishments. I'm excited to see your future endeavors come to fruition. I love you. I know. Don't do that. Don't make me cry. Don't do that. And I'm proud of you. Thank you, Miss Sabrina. Thank y'all so much for my Malik. Thank you.
Beautiful. Apologize. Forgive me. Please, Miss Queen, I love you.
Oh, that's all right. That's my cologne guy.
All right, y'all. Next up, we got one of Malik's relatives. We got DC High. Such a good lady. God made two of them. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up.
To the mayor in his absence and the government officials, Monroe County School Board, Superintendent Dr. Mike Hickman, teachers, the family of the honoree, and friends, it is with an unspeakable joy to join with my family as we come to celebrate Malik Herring. As we come to celebrate, I was asked to reflect and to encourage, so I want to do both. I would like to speak on behalf of Malik's father, Lenny Herring, grandmother Mary Herring, and all other extended relatives. As I reflect, Malik grew up dreaming, and I mean dreaming, about being a professional football player, something that he always wanted to do since being a young kid playing Little League football. And being here today, he has done just that. And when I think about where Malik is right now, I can't help but think about his doting dad, Lenny Herring. And what I remember, Malik's dad drove down from Middle Tennessee every weekend and to come to the Monroe County Recreation Department just to see his son play ball. And even as Malik climbed up the ladder to play middle school and high school football, Lenny continued to travel and to attend his game, to support Malik, and it just didn't stop there. But when Malik began to play for UGA, Lenny got the family together. So we come to attend the games. He cooked on the grill, we tailgated, and we fellowship as one big happy family. And it was funny because even at that time, Lenny treated those games like Malik had already played for Kansas City Chiefs. And that's just how passionate he was about seeing Malik play and win. Lenny reminded Malik and everyone else, as far as that goes, that Malik had just what it takes to be a good football player, and he wouldn't stop there. And as a parent, I know how it feels to be proud of your children and their accomplishment. So I say to Malik, you have so many people that have your best interests at heart. You have used football to bring families together, your community together, and most importantly, you have inspired a community of kids to dream, and just as that, to shoot stars, to keep shooting stars higher. You have influenced kids to dream and dream higher. And Malik, just the other day, as I was talking to my son, Rock, he mentioned your high school yearbook. He said, don't forget to pack. He said, go big and give back to the community. And that's exactly what it's all about. And you have done that by just filling up this room here. So Malik, it is safe to say that you are accomplishing just what you set out to do. And remember, kids are watching you as you continue to press on You have left a mark here, especially as we look around this room and see the turnout. And remember, we remember your talent, your determination, and your hard work displayed on the Mary Person gridiron, the same field that so many people dare to dream from this community with the hope of the gridiron of the NFL. Hard work and determination do pay off. So congratulations for being a Kansas City Chief and a Super Bowl champion. So we celebrate with you, and our family is so very proud of you, along with your dad and your grandmother Shug, in thanking God for what God has brought forth today. And changing gears, I have a proclamation here from the St. James Baptist Church. It's a proclamation of celebration presented to Malik Herring. Whereas Malik Herring was born in the city of Forsyth, county of Monroe, Georgia, is being honored by its citizens as one among us to celebrate his God-given talents and his accomplishments. Whereas Malik Herring is a product of the Monroe County school system. Whereas Malik matriculated through elementary, middle, and high school. Malik played football at Mary Person High School, excelling at the position of linebacker. Whereas Malik went on to play football for the Georgia Bulldogs on an athletic scholarship. And whereas Malik's perseverance, work ethic, and talents has earned him a spot on the roster of the Kansas City Chiefs football team, thus achieving his childhood dream of playing in the NFL. Whereas it both fitting and proper that we take note of Malik's extraordinary achievement and occasion. Therefore, be it resolved that the members of the St. James Baptist Church, Forsyth, Georgia, honors, congratulate Malik Herring on his praiseworthy accomplishment. Be it further resolved, this proclamation, signed by the St. James Baptist Church pastor, is given to Mr. Malik Herring this day, February 25th, 2023, signed by our pastor, Reverend Dr. Antonio Proctor, Sr. And one more thing, I would like for Malik's daddy and his grandmother to please stand at this time, and other family members, but his daddy and his grandmother, please stand. Thank you.
That was beautiful, that was beautiful. DC, you been practicing. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You came in there and read that good right there. Made me feel like I should have worked harder. But again, man, like shout out to the family. Lenny was my first role model. You know, I put that out there. I remember being around Thumbo and Lenny. Sure, no, I used to follow Lenny everywhere. But yeah, man, next up we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna move to a good brother. T, everybody, ain't nobody got nothing bad to say about T. I seen T around, you know, barbershop. I've been around T. One thing about T, he know how to turn it off. He know how to turn it on when he get around them kids, you know what I'm saying? He know how to really inspire them and make them respect them in a certain kind of way, you know what I'm saying? T a good brother, man. Come on, T Davis.
How everybody doing? Now we had a bet. Who gonna cry first? The bet gonna be, is it gonna be me? Is it gonna be my mama? Is it gonna be Malik? Or Tasha gonna run out the bill? We don't know yet, so we about to find out. Yeah, I know Malik, he coming in. But first and foremost, I like to say, as y'all already know, I'm the oldest brother. So me being the older brother, I had to lead the foundation. I had to raise the standard. I had to set the bar. All right, because I was the first child, so a lot of stuff that my mama didn't do with me, I made sure she did with him. Prime example, I had the same interest in college just as Malik, but I felt like my mama, she wasn't able to take us places because she had two boys with one job. So the only camps I went to was, I want to say UAB, Georgia, and I did go to Auburn for a junior day. Now when I went to Auburn for a junior day, you see a picture of me tall and Malik short. Years later, I take Malik to Florida State. You see a picture of Malik tall and me short. Time passed. All right, but with me and her being 6 years apart, like I said, I had to lead the foundation, so I had to lead by example, which means every decision I made, I had to make it a good decision. Because if it's a bad decision, it's a representation of me, my mom, and my family. And I have a younger brother that's looking up to me. All right, so going through high school, once again, my issue was grade, my GPA, my test score. It held me back. So my mama, she stressed on Malik. You gotta get your grade right, you gotta get your test score right, so you can get in. Time has changed so much. When I say so much, it's so much that I can be jealous and I can be mad. Because the test score I had, the test score Malik had. One thing about it, he got to Georgia and I was at Valdosta State. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if it's because I'm 3 or 4 inches shorter and he 3 or 4 inches taller. But, I take that as a blessing because since I'm the oldest, I was the first one to do it. I was the first one to go through that process. I was the first one to go to college. And my vision in college was just think back with being in Forsyth. You hear so many people that was good in high school but never made it out. You hear the story of so many people that went to college for 1 or 2 years and come right back. So my goal was not to be one of statistics. So as I went to college, don't get me wrong, my head was messed up. I said, man, I don't like school, so I'm gonna do 1 year academic probation. I can come back, put my grades up. I'm good for 2 years. But then once I started to think about it, like I'll be the first one in my family to graduate college. So it motivated me to even go harder. And then along with that, Malik was in middle school. This is when the project started. He was in middle school. Every spring break, Mom come pick Malik up. He come down there with me every spring break at Austin. He with me. The whole trick to me doing that was to show him what college looked like, because a lot of us don't know how college look. As young kids don't know what college look like until they actually go there. And my thing was bring them to college, let them sneak in the cafeteria, let them sneak in the student rec center, bring in the football practice, bring in the football meetings, put them on the field, train them on the field. Those were some of the good days. Some of the good days I'll never forget. I remember Coach Wallace, he's now defensive coordinator at Iowa. He's the co-defensive coordinator. And he told Malik was in 8th grade, brother, you got an offer from Valdosta State, don't pick any other school. If you do it, we're not gonna love you anymore. Well, that didn't work out too much. Okay, he sure overlooked Valdosta State. But I said to say this, every journey we took at Valdosta State, it was for me to make sure he was 1 step, maybe 2 steps ahead of everybody that was his age group. Everybody that played the same position. Me being in college, I learned that what kids lack coming into college and what kids already knew what to do coming into college. Your work ethic, film, training. Being in Forsyth, a lot of people don't realize this. We got a made just off of raw talent. Everybody in Atlanta up there, they train. But we were fortunate enough to make it to college and shine just off raw talent. So me being 1 step ahead, I took him to the field, long sleeve shirt, in Valdosta about 102. He ain't used to it, I'm used to it. Oh, he about to die. But you know what happened since that day? Every football practice, he wore a long sleeve shirt. Every time he working out, he wore a long sleeve shirt because he trained his mindset that if I can do this and this, I'll be good for a game. I tricked him. It was just a mindset. But, so coming from college, that's a step. All right, now also me being in college, I was fortunate enough to miss a lot of football games. So I decided to go play arena football. With me missing football games, my mama, she got to call me, she sending videos, she gonna keep the camera rolling, sending videos, talking to Malik from a distance. Malik going to camps. I think there's one camp, he went on camp. He went to Atlanta. He didn't get picked. To be in the top 50? Like the top 50, and I'm all the way in Colorado playing arena football. So he gonna tell, so my mama said, yeah, well, now Malik wanna go where, North Carolina, South Carolina? He wanna go to North Carolina so he can get picked. Coach Nelson already said I'd be cussing, but. So I cussed up a storm to my son. Why you want to go all the way up there? They ain't picking in Georgia. You just ain't good enough. I never told him he was good. I said, you just ain't good enough. You don't need to go. My mom, well, we're going to go to North Carolina. So I'm trying to prepare for a game knowing they finna go to North Carolina. It's right before a football game. As I prepare for a game, she gonna send me a picture of Malik with a little MVP, a little plaque of the defensive line. Listen, I get emotional. I started shedding some tears. So I started crying. And I had to call, celebrating and all that. But, that was like once, like we always making steps. Adversity always come, we always overcoming adversity, and we always taking steps above. All right, so me playing arena football, like I said, I'm missing out in college. So my thing was in arena football, I did not want to miss out on football games because I did it when he was in high school. So my thing was to guide and protect him along the way. That means beat up by his side, beat up when he called, make sure he don't get in no trouble, make sure he know what's going on. Like I said, I was being 1 or 2 steps ahead of everybody else. Because the kids nowadays, no matter how old you are, 18, 19, 20, 21, that's when you make the most mistakes. So I want to be with him during them days. So I stopped playing arena football. I wasn't done playing. Coach Nelson called, said he had a job. First thing he said, when T, how many you got left? Coach, I got about 5 more left in me. Well, I got a job for you, just think about it. So I sat and thought about it, and me being the person I am, I became selfless. And I put my brother first. Well, I'm tough. Yeah, I'm tough. So with me playing on first, I was able to go to all the Georgia games. I was able to go to all the tailgates. If Georgia playing at 7 o'clock, my mama want to leave at 9 o'clock. Mama, I'm not going. I see you at 5 o'clock. I just had a game Friday night. I see you at 5 o'clock. Malik know I'll be there, but I ain't going at 7 o'clock in the morning for no 7 o'clock game. You can tailgate all day. I be at the tail end of it. So, but, I made all the games. Everything we did with pride. First game, me and my mom, we got a little emotional side. Ooh, did you see him walk on that field? And it's just the feeling of seeing my brother walk on the field. Whew, it just give you the chill. So, going through college, every accolade I did, he tried to do. One thing I had a national champion. National championship at Valdosta State. One thing Malik ain't never got was no national championship at Valdosta State. So it's a competition. So that's my only bragging right about me being national championship. Georgia make it to the national championship. I hope they win, but I hope they don't win because I got to brag some type of way. So him going through college, once he entered the draft, he go to the recent All-Star, and he doing the thing. I've been telling the whole time, man, look, you a 5 technique. You playing the Georgia scheme, it's good for you, gonna make you look good, show that you're versatile. But I said, you're a 5 technique. He called when he get there, ooh boy, they got me rushing at the 3 technique. So when he tell me that, the first thing I do, you go to Twitter, you put in All-Star Week, boom, and you see all these films, ooh, boy, I'm over doing my damn. I said, boy, we finna get paid. I said, we finna get paid because, like I said, they're 1 step ahead. I was training him to be more than just a defensive end. I was training him to be more than just an average defensive end. Like I told you always got to have something that separates you from everybody else. I don't know whatever it is, it got to separate you. So he go to All-Star game, All-Star Week, he doing the thing. Boom, tore ACL. I told him, I said, man, look, after he called me, I said, I know when you did it. What you mean? I said, on that 1 pass rush you did, you ain't get around that corner so fast, you ain't dip low, you got her limping. He said, yeah, I think so too. But I just want to keep going. But I say that to say this, no matter what he doing, it ain't never good enough for me. Because I'm always coaching. I went to the preseason game. I'm recording. After 1 play, I'm looking back at my phone. What in the hell did he do wrong? Like, what did he do wrong? Because I'm always coaching. But he tore ACL, so that year it was a tough year. Going into the draft, tough. My brother, he got praise and hope that, man, they said I could get picked up in the 3rd or 4th round. I've been through it before. I know what's going on. I know he probably can be an undrafted free agent. But going through that whole process with him was like, it's just a bond that we can never get back. Because after the second day, y'all can start crying. You too? Because after the second day, they called the last name.
It's good. Yes, it is.
Tough.
Come on, Coach.
All right, after the second day, day 2 of the draft, they called the last name, they ain't called Malik's name. Malik went in the room and shut the door. He was crying. I was crying. My mama was crying. And the bond that we had, we all hugged up crying. And here go my mama. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. So, that moment right there, it just brought it just showed how close we was. So get to the last day, draft over with. He told me, T.U., I got Detroit, Kansas City, the Chargers, who else? And the Dolphins. What feel good and when he say, man, come here. What you think I need to do? So it just showed like the important role that I have in life to give him an answer and he gonna take it. And I said, man, look, Detroit running 3-4 defense. We ain't no 3-4 defense player no more now. Kansas City running 4-3. You're a 5 technique that can rush inside. I said, that'll help you out. And then I forgot what the Chargers run, but it would start breaking everything down. And it was breaking everything down. I said, man, look, go to Kansas City. I said, you have a chance to win a Super Bowl. So you have a chance to win a Super Bowl. Now, we ain't know it won't happen in 2 years, but you have a chance to win a Super Bowl. So he decided to go to Kansas City because that's why I told him to go. That's why we decided to go. Now, I'm almost done. Now, so the time after the first year, all he did was rehab. He got paid just to rehab. I got paid to work. He got paid to rehab. I got paid to work. That's a little different type of money. All right, but so he rehabbed throughout the whole year. And towards the end of the year, they fell short. And as soon as they cleared him, as soon as he got home, he called me, bro, where you at? Time to get to work. And the feeling that to have when your brother you done had since all the way young call you to train just so he can make the 53-man roster, I mean, it mean nothing but the world. So during the off-season, all we did was train, and still sent him up to Georgia rehab. I sent Mayor Person Sharon Bolden, man, go let him check out your knee. It hurt a little bit. Man, go. We ain't training until you get that checked out. I was always on top of him. I always made sure he did what he's supposed to do. And once he went to camp, he did a thing. He balled out. During the 53-man, they were making the cuts, the final cuts. I'm at practice. Like I said, I don't carry my phone to practice. I got my phone in my hand. I'm looking to see. Release Malik here. If his name ain't on there, we done made a roster. So all of a sudden, in the middle of practice, Coach Johnson over there coaching offensive line, coaching defensive line. Malik called me. Well, who we in now? I yelled from the top of my lungs. I told Coach Jay, I'm done. I quit. We made it. I said, we made it. Coach Jay said, no, Coach, you still got to coach. I said, well, how much longer we got? We got about 30 more minutes. All right, good. Say, hey, coach, hey, it's it. Hey, it's a celebration. So just see him, make the 53-man roster and him actually getting, actually playing. He signed the jersey. My mama, they pranked me. He signed the jersey, dedicated to me, put it in the other room. My mama told me, T, go in there and get my bag. And I'm thinking to myself, Mama, you never have a bag in Malik's room. So as I go in the room, get the jersey, I read it, I get a little emotional, like I said, I'm tough, so I walk off. One way you gonna see a man cry, we just walk off. So I walked off, and here she goes, she stood behind me. What did it say? What did it say? So I'm trying to hide the tears. And I said, Mom, you see it? Get that damn camera out my face. But the moment she let me breathe, I go to the door and I just look up and I look at God. Because it all happened because of him. All right. Now, last thing I'm gonna say. Once again, I thank my mama because, like I said, she raised both of us the right way. And I can always say, it's always one national championship in Forsyth, Georgia. But it's only one Super Bowl champion. So give it up for Malik here.
Yeah, y'all gonna make me cry. Malik, we gotta come up with one of them handshakes. I wanna get one. I don't know how it. That's the door right there, just. When you see me just do that, made me feel good. They was over there talking about something. We gotta wrap it up. I was like, I ain't finna say nothing to T. T look like he been working out with the Chiefs. I ain't finna say nothing to T. All right, y'all. We're gonna move forward, man. We got a couple good men in here that want to present Malik with a few things it take to put in that trophy room. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get you some more trophies and stuff like that. Make sure you leave some at your mama's house. I'll take a Facebook picture over there. Y'all will see it. All right, but we're gonna move into the presentation where we got the Monroe County Commissioner, Greg Tapley. Give him a round of applause. Give him a round of applause. Here we go, Malik. Come on, Malik.
Come on up, Malik. Congratulations. Good to see you. Real fast, winners always want the ball when the game's on the line. And champions do what it takes to end up being a winner consistently. All right? I've heard great things about the effort, time, effort, energy you've put in to being the champion that you are. And we appreciate that. The county commission thinks that it's a positive thing that we need to honor you. And as you represent Monroe County, we want to be proud of you on of what you've done on the county level, state level, and on the national level. So if you will, let me read this proclamation that we voted on the other night. And hold on just a second. Let me put my glasses on. All right. So I can read it correctly. Honor you properly. All right, proclamation commemorating February 25th, 2023 is Malik Herring Appreciation Day. Whereas the Monroe County Board of Commissioners wishes to recognize the outstanding achievements of Monroe County native Malik Herring, and whereas Herring is a member of the National Football League Super Bowl 57 champion Kansas City Chiefs, receiving a coveted Super Bowl championship ring for his efforts, and whereas Herring, a rookie defensive end, became on Sunday, February 12th, the first Monroe County native ever to win a Super Bowl title when the Chiefs defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 38-35 in Glendale, Arizona. And whereas Herring contributed 6 tackles, 1 solo, and 1 fumble recovery while participating in 7 games during the Chiefs' 2022-23 championship season. And whereas Herring overcame a devastating 2021 knee injury to achieve his lifelong goal of playing in the NFL, following in the footsteps of 4 previous Monroe County natives who made it to the nation's highest professional football league. And whereas Herring was an all-state defensive end for Mary Persons High School from 2013 to 16, amassing 227 tackles, 170 of those solo, 61.5 tackles for a loss, and 22 sacks while leading Mary Persons to a 41-9 record, including Region 2 Quad A championships in 2015 and 2016, as well as a Quad A state semifinal appearance in 2016. And whereas Herring then played defensive end for the University of Georgia from 2017 to 2020, participating in 52 games, 18 starts, amassing 76 tackles, 38 of those solo, 12.5 tackles for a loss and 4 sacks while leading UGA to a 44-9 record, including the 2017 Southeastern Conference Championship and victories in the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, and Peach Bowl, respectively. And whereas Herring has repeatedly given back to the Monroe County community by hosting football camps and kids' activity days and represented Monroe County with class and dignity in victory and defeat, therefore be it so resolved that congratulations are sent to Herring, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be transmitted to Herring and his mother, Sabrina Watts Mays. Now, therefore, I, Greg Tapley, Chairman of the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim today, February 25th, 2023, as Malik Herring Appreciation Day and call this observance to attention of our citizens. So proclaim today, Greg Tapley, Monroe County Board of Commissioners. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Come on, let's get it. Let's get a picture.
Stand up, give him a round of applause. Today is Malik Herring Day. Today is an official holiday, February 25th. From now on, it's Malik Herring Day. That's dope, Malik. That boy got his own holiday. That man ran off so many stuff. I was like, who are you talking about? Warren Sapp? Brian Urlacher, how many tackles? Goodness. Okay, man, we're going to keep it moving, y'all. Next up, we got the chairman for City of Forsyth, Greg Gooseby. Give him a round of applause. Here we go, Malik. You know, it's just like doing squats, you know.
Good, Malik. Hey, what wonderful stories we've heard here today about you, Malik, and your family and your upbringing. It just warms my heart to hear such positive, loving things about such a wonderful young man. It's an honor to stand here today. The mayor, unfortunately, could not be here. He had a vacation out of the country, and as mayor pro tem, those of you that don't know, you have to fill in for the mayor when he's not available, which usually means you have to go to a bunch of boring meetings or do something very uneventful. Eric is very disappointed he's not here today because he really wanted to be here to present this to you, but I get the honor to do it, so I'll cherish this day for a long time, so this is a big honor. I know a lot of good things have been said today, Malik, and we tried to do some history to check. I think the city has only given a key to the city 2 times in the whole history of the city, so it's not something that we do very often. This key will get you in everywhere in the city. It's a lot better than the proclamation that the county gave you because you can't really do anything with that, but this key will get you in anywhere. Any time of day or night, you just take this key and you can get in. I will say this real quick, that when you guys won the playoffs and won your division and we're going to the Super Bowl, in our council chambers we decided, hey, we need to do something quick to recognize you and your family. And so we had some banners made and they put them up downtown and they're still flying downtown. And I just wanted to publicly thank the Public Works Department for getting that done so quickly. I hope you enjoyed them. And I will say this, we've already purchased them, so there's no problem if you go back next year to the Super Bowl again, because we'll just put them back up again next year. So Julia Stroud, Councilmember Julia Stroud's here. I'm going to have him come up. And we'd like to present you with a key to the city of Forsyth and just let you know we're so proud of you and your family.
That's big. Key to the city. I'm gonna need you to use that key to unlock Big Chick on Sunday. And get us on in there. I need a 3-piece. All right, man. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing, man. And next up, man, we got somebody from the Board of Education. As everybody all know, we know Mr. Hickman. Come on up, Mr. Mike Hickman.
I'm asking Tammy Marion, principal at Mary Persons, and Coach Lindsay, who is athletic director, to come up while we present this award. So I remember back when I'm middle school in 6th grade, and I was the principal, and we had a few talks along the way, but he got right, and Malik is one of our finest, and we're proud to be able to present this award today. The Monroe County Schools Friend of Education Award is given to individuals or organizations for the following: supporting the mission and vision of Monroe County Schools, supporting academic and extracurricular programs, extending time and resources to increase student achievement. Our school system honors Malik Herring with this honor today. After graduating, whether as a Georgia Bulldog or a Kansas City Chief, Malik has supported our school system, our students, and our athletic programs. It is not uncommon to see Malik on the sidelines of a football game or in the stands at a basketball game, supporting his alma mater and our students and staff. During the past 2 Christmas seasons, Malik has sponsored a $250 shopping spree and given away a big screen television to students from each of our schools. We truly appreciate his generosity in support of our students, our schools, and our entire system. Lastly, winning a Super Bowl ring is not easy. It takes hard work, dedication, and overcoming the odds. I can remember countless weekends seeing Malik on our practice field, working out with his brother Tevin. Whether it was summer and hot or winter and cold, Malik was determined to make his dream come true. The moral to this story is that this Super Bowl ring was earned during his tenure at Mary Persons, during his time at Georgia, and during his time preparing himself for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Hard work does pay off. Thanks also goes out to our community, Malik's family, and his many friends and supporters. Without this support, true success can never be reached. Congratulations, Malik. Monroe County Schools is proud of your accomplishment and your unwavering support of our school system. You are our Friend of Education recipient. Thank you. Thank you.
That was beautiful, guys. That was beautiful. All right, man. I know you got them shades on because you know you're going to cry. But you can cry. All right, we want to get a couple. You want to say something, man? We want to get some Malik from some remarks from Malik. Y'all give it up for Malik.
Wow. Thank y'all. Thank everybody over here to my left. Every speech was amazing. Meant something deep, and I felt it. Thank everybody that came out. I appreciate it. Feel y'all support, and I love it. And I feel it when I'm in Kansas City in a way. This is just the only beginning. We finna take it up another notch from here, though. I promise you. To the kids out there, man, the sky's the limit. You can be anything you wanted to be. Don't let nobody tell you you can't be nothing. It's your world. Make it yours. My mom, you strong. You amazing. Both of y'all. I want to be here, one for y'all. Didn't nobody know but Coach Jay and Coach Chuck. I met them in 6th grade. They showed me the grind phase. I took that to my brother and I let him know, like, this is what we got to do. This is what it gonna take. My pops. I love you, man. You said this is day $1 million baby. This is where we finna take it there, Pop. Big boy, I love you, 388. You strong. I just want to thank y'all. I'm sorry for crying, looking weak up here right now. I love all y'all. I just can't wait to see where we're going from here. Love y'all.
I would like to thank everybody that came out. It's been a journey. Like Ms. Curry said, from kindergarten, throughout high school, into college. And I thank T You don't find many young men at the age that he was to take on responsibility of making sure his brother succeed. You don't find many of them put their life on hold just to come back here to support him. You don't find that. When he was playing at Valdosta State, we would run on Fridays with Malik and run out of Valdosta State on Saturdays. And when he went to Colorado, I thought about it. You know, Malik is a handful. And I said, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Talked to Tim. We said, we're gonna make it. He gonna be all right. So when T told me, he called me and he said, Mama, Coach Nelson called me. He said, that's the best news I ever heard. He said, he may have a job for me. I said, well, T, what you gonna do? He said, Mom, I'm coming home. I said, you sure? He said, Mom, he said, I can't let my brother be another statistic. He said, I led by example. And I gotta make sure that Malik do better than me. We always set standards, right? So my standards are high, so he has gotta be higher. So I'm coming home. But in the midst of all of that, Malik was playing AAU basketball. And I gotta give Coach Jay and Coach Chuck props. They here now. We play AAU basketball starting in 6th or 7th grade, ripping and running, Tuesdays and Thursdays, peanut butter jelly sandwiches, me and Tasha and Tim, getting on the road, taking them up there to practice and to play basketball. In Atlanta, on a Tuesday and Thursday night, and every Saturday, every weekend, we was in Swanee or we was somewhere. But Coach Jay told me, he said, Sabrina, Malik need to play football. I said, you think so? He said, I know so. So when him himself as a legend, he are known in Atlanta to say that, that stuck out. Me and Tim talked about that. So Malik started doing football camps in the 7th grade. Under Armour, Adidas, all sorts of elite camps. So I told Malik, I said, you gotta make a decision in what you wanna do, basketball or football. He said, man, I wanna do both. So what me and Tim did, we sacrificed. I sacrificed from him being in the 7th grade, T being at Valdosta. We sacrificed everything to make sure Malik is where he at today. And I can't do nothing but give high praise to my husband because Malik is a stepson. He didn't have to put the work in, but he did. Malik would come home on a Wednesday or Thursday and say he gotta be in Oregon on Friday for the Nike camp. I booked the flight. Tim said, let's go. He got to go to LSU. He got to go to Florida. Every weekend from his 10th grade year on up, Coach Nelson can tell you, we was on the road. We was on the road, recruiting. And I told him, I said, when he told his ACL in the 9th grade, I said, Malik, you got to make a decision now because it's either going to be football or basketball. And Coach Jay told me he needs to stick to football. And that's what we did. He committed to football. It wasn't my decision, his decision. So he committed to football. And once he committed to football, I seen the passion in him was getting stronger and stronger. So we supported it. We invest in it. I tell everybody, young parents coming up with kids playing football or any sports, invest in your child because it'll pay off in the end. I'm a living witness. It paid off for us. And one thing I always told both of them, you go to school, you get your college education. Don't leave it on the table. You walk away with it because NFL is not for long. I said, so you get that college education. Nobody can take it away from you. When Malik called me and told me he was graduating from the University of Georgia, I fell on my knees. Because most people look at African American boys go to school on an academic scholarship, they ain't gonna do nothing but play sports. But I'm here to tell you, when he told me that, I fell on my knees and I gave God all the praise because he beat the odds. And after that journey, he graduated, he went to the Reese Bowl. We talked every day, and I always told him to stay prayerful in every situation you make or everything you do in life. Stay prayerful. He have 2 favorite scriptures that he constantly stay on and read all the time. And one of them is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. I said, trust in God, he will direct your path. No matter what you do in life, he gonna direct your path. And I always tell him, Jeremiah 2:11, Jeremiah 29:11. It's God's plan. Whatever you do is God's plan. Nobody can take his plan away from you because he have a blueprint on everybody's life. And whatever that blueprint is for you. I can't take it away. So when he went to the Reese Bowl, he tore his ACL. He called me. I was at work. And my heart dropped because my son is in the NFL draft. You don't want those type of injuries going into the draft. So I called T. I said, T, we got to go. They said, Malik said he tore his ACL. I called Tim. He was in Augusta. I'm thinking, I got to wait till Tim get from Augusta, T get home. I could be in Alabama. But I waited. He told me to wait, Mama. They're going to do an MRI. His agent called and told me, just wait. I said, well, I'm right here if you need me. So when he called me back the next day and he said, Mama, he said, I tore my ACL. I said, Malik, this is just a setback. You're an overcomer. We're going to be all right. Stay prayerful. Trust and believe in God because he didn't bring you this far to leave you. I said, and as long as God got breath in my body and I got knees to get down on, that's what I'm going to do. And I have been that praying mother from day one. And I'm going to continue to be that parent that's going to pray constantly for my child, no matter what. So after he went through that setback with his ACL injury, we went to Pepsi-Cola, stayed down there a month. He said, Mama, don't leave. I said, well, okay, I'm just going to stay a month. You know, you gotta make it. You know, just trust and believe, stay prayerful. So he called me several times, I could hear in his voice. And I said, Tasha say, I talked to Malik. He don't sound right. I said, no, I said, but something in my spirit saying we need to go to Pepsi-Cola. She said, well, let go. So we went. He was so happy to see us because he was there by himself. I didn't want to leave him. Tim said, Sabrina, we can stay long as you want to. I said, well, we got to let him try it on his own. So we did that. But when we went back to visit him, he was so happy to see us. And when you go through something like that, it sets you back. You can have a mental breakdown. And I saw that. I saw that in him. So I prayed harder. And I comfort him where I was hurt, I was broken. But I couldn't let him know that because he was dealing with what he was going through. So I had to stay strong for him. And I did. And I told Tim, I said, this is something when Malik get ready to do this, we do the draft. I said, it's in God's hand. He was a second, third round draft prospect. He dropped because of his injury. So when he dropped, the day of the draft, first day, I was okay with it. I was okay. The second day of the draft, I said, okay, we got a bulldog. They just picked Eric Stokes. They just picked Eric in the second round. I said, Malik, you know, stay prayerful first. Stay prayerful. Stay prayerful. So some of his teammates, Monty, some of his other teammates got drafted. So this third day, that was the last day. I went to the bathroom. I cried. Tusa was at my house. She said, Brenda, don't worry about it. She said, we got there, girl. It ain't over yet. I said, it's not. I said, she said, we got to be strong for Malik. We want to break down and start crying, but we prayed. So in the midst of saying that, after that last pick, I seen the frustration every day. It's the worst thing I ever been through. When you know where you headed and where you want to be and your stock drop and nobody calling. Everybody getting picked except you. So I witnessed all of that. And that last day, when T came in the house, T went outside. I saw the frustration on T and Malik. But I'm still strong. I was still strong, holding it together for them. But at the same time, I trusted God. I trusted God. My faith is strong. So when he got several calls to see how T analyzed everybody that was calling him, breaking down who coming, what vets coming in, how many free agent they had, that's the real brother keeper there. That was a real brother keeper. So when he broke it down and told Malik what the deal was, Malik said, what you think? He said, Kansas City. He said, let's go. He said, time to put the work in. And ever since then, they've been working faithfully, faithfully. So with that being said, not only he won the Super Bowl, T, you did too. You did too, because you put countless hours in. And I appreciate that. My village, I couldn't have just did it all without you. I couldn't have did it without you guys. And my husband, I mean, God couldn't send nobody better in my life. Because you took on responsibility, you didn't have to. And I thank you for that. To all the coaches, y'all amazing. Coach Pop, you never gave up. Coach McDowell not here, he never gave up on him. Mark had him, never gave up on him. His kindergarten teacher, she never gave up on him. Coach Nelson, that's my brother. I can call him by anything, and we can talk about sports and everything. He told me, he said, I'm just learning about this recruiting. You taught me a lot. He said, I'm going to send it to you to answer questions. I said, I got your back. That let me know he trusted me. But man, I love you. You took both of my boys in like they were yours. You knew Malik was going to play football when he was 6, running in and out behind T. And I thank you. So with that being said, you, Coach Pop, the Monroe County Recreation Department, we all won the Super Bowl. And I thank y'all. The City Council, the mayor in his absence, the Board of Education, the County Commission. Y'all amazing. When I saw those banister up that day I came home, and I'm not gonna forget Takima. I appreciate you. I came home from work. I came home one day from work, and the same day we was getting ready to go to Arizona. The next day, and I seen the signs up. I had to drive to the post office because I was in tears. And I said, "Thank you, Jesus." I said, because all I ask is for my child to be acknowledged for what he's done. He loved Monroe County. He loved the kids here. He loved the community. Appreciate the support. Keep pouring him. Keep praying for him because he needed it. But I thank y'all for putting this together for us. Words just cannot express how happy and excited I am for what y'all have done for my family. With that being said, I'm gonna close it out with just trust God in everything you do. With your kids, keep praying over them at night. I used to pray over them at night. One night, Malik was in his football cleats at him, and I went to pray over him, and I'm like, what's wrong with him? But with that being said, keep trusting in God, y'all. Everything out there, you want to try it, you want to do it, you can. You just got to know. You could do anything you set your mind to do it. Sacrifice for your kids and their education, because that's what's important. We got plenty of time. Tia said we got plenty of time to live our life. We got to make sure they get where they got to get to. So with that being said, I love everybody. I appreciate everybody coming out here. And I can be a talker, but I'm going to stop right here. Thank you, guys. I love you.
That was beautiful. Got a few things we want to present to y'all from Malik and his family. Okay, all right, guys. Go ahead. Okay, all right, we got. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get some closing remarks right quick from Julius Stroud, and then we're gonna go outside. We got one last surprise for Malik. All right, come on, Mr. Julius.
You know, Coach Prime, Coach Deion Sanders said we coming. And you know, when Tevin, that story, I never knew that story. It wasn't for me to know. But I love the story that you told about the time you spent with your brother. Then FL didn't know that y'all was coming. And I don't think that, Malik, I'm very proud of you. I really thank you for what you've done. I will say this right here, I'm the closing. And I'm gonna be very brief. Coach Lindsay told me I got 2 minutes. And I promise you I'll be exactly that. Just real quick, I will say that thank y'all for coming out for this historic occasion. Make sure at the end of the ceremony that Malik will be taking pictures, I think, outside. Thank you for doing that. We'll be in the lobby taking pictures. Hey, I want to say this right here to all the middle school and high school students, athletes that are here. Regardless if you're a football, basketball, track runner, whatever you do, cheerleader, band, whatever you do, hey, just make sure that you honor your craft. I look at it, 7.3% of high school players play college football, and only 1.6% of all the college football players make it to the NFL. So y'all standing, Malik, Mr. Davis, now I don't know the rest of y'all name, but I thank y'all for showing up. Y'all looking at the people who barely made it. They're the anomaly. So the NFL players, they have a 3% chance of making it to the Super Bowl. Not winning it, but just making it to the Super Bowl. And we want to honor Mr. Herring for his hard work, his sacrifice, his dedication. That man gives back. I love social media because when I look at social media, I feel like when Tasha done posted something or Sabrina done posted something, I done lived the Georgia life. I see what Kansas City is doing. I thank y'all for doing what y'all do. I'll say this right here, but who's next? High school players, middle school players, who's next? Who's going to be the next Malik Herring, the next Pepe Zelda, the next Alvin Toles? Who's going to be next? You know, so we got to look at, is it going to be the Jatorian Hansford, the D. Williamses? Is it going to be our record-setting running back, Duke Watson? So Malik, this can't end with Malik. Malik is just the genesis. He's the beginning. He's the catalyst of good things that are about to happen to this county. To the young players who are listening, hey, the challenge is simple. And I don't think it's, I mean, you got greatness on this stage right here. You got champions on this stage right here. And if I'm wrong, please, I hope they correct me right here on the spot. Hey, it's simple. Waking up early to work out, that's non-negotiable. That's just what you gotta do. For the one workout that you miss, just think about there's gonna be a player that you playing against. He's gonna do that workout plus another one. Summers are hot. Hydrate. Deal with the heat. It's okay. Watching your film. When you're watching an hour of film, I guarantee your opponent's watching 2 hours of film. They're getting just a little bit better than you by the virtue of outworking you. Don't skip film study. Yep, you're going to have haters. You're going to have doubters. You're going to have people say you're not good enough. You're going to have people say you're not fast enough. You're going to have people say you're not big enough. Who cares what they say? You know who you are. You know how you were created, who you were created to be. Prove them wrong. But one thing I tell you, don't gloat, because professionals, they don't gloat. Education is a must. Education is a must. There's no excuse for mediocre grades. And I'll end by saying this right here. Enjoy the journey, because you never know when the journey ends. Thank you. God bless you, and have a great day.
Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate you. Malik will be taking pictures outside. We got